And now, because you're here, I'm going to give you a sneak preview of something else that I think is going to happen hopefully this year. And I really don't want to say anything in case it doesn't happen, but I'm so excited about it. I got to tell you guys what we're first. And that is, for a long, long time, I have thought, ever since I backpacked around the Czech Republic about a decade or so ago, and I visited a lot of Christmas markets during Christmas season. I was there right during Christmas holiday season. I thought, man, I really wish Charlotte had a Christmas market somewhere uptown. People could go, walk around, get a couple of blue vine, the warm mulled wine, and buy a hand-blown Christmas glass ornament or something. And if you've ever seen those pictures of old world, those little Christmas markets, the little stall vendors set up, and it's beautiful. It's very old world and whatnot. Well, I spoke to Jim Gargis, I said earlier this year, and I said, Jim, I was like, yeah, this is something I really thought we should do around here for some time now. And I said, what can we do to make this happen? So he was all on board, thought it was a great idea. And then about a week later, I got an email from him, and he said that Center City Partners, there were some folks over there who, at the same time, have had the same idea they used to actually have one in Charlotte, but it was really small, and it was at the corner of Trade and Tryon, and it was just a few stalls. It went away about 10, 12 years ago. So he said that he had found out that Center City Partners also had the idea of bringing back the Christmas market. So I went and met with them, and now there are some serious conversations, and they're all in. Center City Partners, and they put their mind into something. I mean, think what you will, it happens. So anyway, so they're on board, and it's gonna, and we are shooting for having this coming December, and it would be uptown. We're looking at a couple sites. Whether it's going to be adjacent to the skating rink, the Uptown Holiday on Ice skating rink, or if it's going to be somehow connected to it, or maybe it's a couple of years, a year down the road, maybe link the two together. We're not really sure. All kinds of conversations going on about it, but hopefully you guys will hear a lot more about that. And I wouldn't have said anything about it except when I had that conversation with Center City Partners, and they said, absolutely, we are in. How can we all make this happen? And we've had some conversations with folks who run Christmas markets in Philadelphia and Baltimore, exchanged some emails with some folks, and had some conversations on the phone. So now I kind of feel a little more confident that, hey, this is going to be a reality, and I really feel it's going to happen this year. So that's another thing that's kind of parks related that I think will be pretty exciting. I had to tell somebody, so 20 of my closest friends. All right, so that's all I have. Oh, we had the revaluation. You want to talk about that?
No, I wanted to say one thing about parks, though.
Yeah, please.
Since you were talking about that thing, one thing that doesn't necessarily affect this district, but that I've been involved in the last year, and there's been others that have been involved in previous years, is to build another pool uptown. Right now we have the aquatic center that's really, is pretty old. And it has a lot of limitations. And I struggle right now that we're going to spend like $8 million to refurbish it, whereas I would rather that we only spend like $2 million on it and take that money and build another pool right next to it. And there is a group of people, mainly retired executives, who have been, and I got involved with it last year, to build another pool right next to the aquatic center so that we could take our swimming to a much higher level. And it would also create a lot of jobs. And in that area of uptown is pretty dead, the government center. Who wants to live near the jail and everything, So if we could build another pool there, which there's space to do it, that could put us on the market so that we could have all these meets that are national and international and college meets, and it could really fill up hotels. We'd have to build another hotel and a parking deck there, and I have talked to Hugh McCall about this. Center City Partners is now involved. The city, Ron Kimball is involved, and we've been trying to get, and I don't want you to be tweeting all this now about, we're trying to get.
Then how about I just go with this?
Yeah, the pool's fine, but
new uptown pool, it would put Charlotte swimming on the market.
Okay,
We good?
but how about it could also set us up to get the Olympics in 2024? Because I want you to think big. Because right now we have the Whitewater Center. Okay, that's Olympic. In Rock Hill, South Carolina, they have that. What are those, that summer thing where they do the bicycles and skating.
Oh, yeah.
That thing, I don't know what it is, but the young people do that crazy. Anyway, it's Olympic approved, and the Whitewater Center is Olympic approved. And we already have a stadium. I mean, we already have a lot of things. We have a lot of colleges uptown that could be turned into Olympic Village. And plus, this is so good. You know, we have all these Olympians here, but we have here, and I met her, and I introduced Matthew to her and her husband.
I brushed with them.
That's right. I had lunch with them, and she peed, which was good. But she is an Olympian. She's an Olympian, but she is on the IOC. She is one of 15 athletes who decides where the Olympics will be. She decides. She's one of 15 athletes on that committee. So we have all these Olympians here, and we really are not taking advantage of it. And it could bring so much money into our city. It could fill up the hotels, especially in dead times. Like, because a lot of the swimming is between January and April, when we don't have a whole lot going on. And then they do a lot of it in August. So that could really help bring in a lot of, because the average wage of, like the teenagers who are swimmers, the family, usually they have an income over $150,000. So those are people who could, you know, go to a hotel, spend money here, you know, go shop and whatever. So it could really do a lot. And it could also, right now our county is we don't have enough, I would say pools, but the experts all say we don't have enough water. We don't have enough water here in Mecklenburg County. But I've been working with this, and I really think that it just like the Center City Partners is involved now, and we're trying to get, and I don't want you to tweet this, but we're trying to get Bank of America to put in like 20, you know, not like, I think they asked for like 10 million. I told Hugh McCall, I said, you gotta ask for at least $10 million. He said, okay. So he said he would do that. But that would just be excellent if we could do that. And I think it could, you know, really set us, you know, apart for a long time and bring in a lot, and it could really put us on the map. And again, it could put us on the possibility of getting the Olympics. So anyway.
May I ask a question? Go ahead.
No.
Are you saying that you would make a push to get the Olympics in Charlotte?
Well, I've already said that. Yeah, I just don't want you to say the part about Hugh McCall.
No, yes, ma'am. No.
I mean, I've already said that. And
Right. No, I've heard you say we should have it. I'm saying, have you, and I may have missed it, have you said, we need to do that, let's get that ball
yeah,
rolling?
I said that I've said that many times. I've been quoted in the newspaper about that. So I think it's something, I just think we should think big. I mean, we had the DNC. I think you need to get the RNC to come here. I mean, really, we've already done. And you know, when the GNC came, the county got a lot of security equipment. I don't know if you've seen, like over in Medic, we had these enormous buses that cost $250,000 that the DNC paid for a lot of this stuff, and it's still here, but which would help for any kind of big thing. So we already have a lot of equipment. The Super Bowl, we need a team.
We're getting old.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's just because that does tie into Parks and Rec.
Well, here I am talking about little Christmas markets, and she said, how about the
That's your part.
Apparently I'm still too quaint.